Hello everyone and welcome to today's video. This is actually the first video for this Motorsport channel, so if you are watching this, hi, how are ya? So in this video I'm going to be doing my, I guess, very early on NASCAR playoff predictions. So there will be obviously one video for each Craftsman Truck Series, the Xfinity Series, and the Cup Series, but for this video I'm going to be doing the Craftsman Truck Series first. So I'm also going to split the drivers up to 3 different categories: certain, likely, and possible. Obviously, certain is it's going to happen. It's 100% going to happen. Likely is it's 80% going to happen. If not, yeah, 80% is going to happen, 20% is not going to happen. While possible is 50-50. It could happen, it could not happen. And possible is also where I have a lot of, let's say, interesting drivers that we get to talk about. And obviously I apologize if I'm looking at my at this a lot. It's my phone that has the list in front of my screen. So we'll first have with the certain ones. Obviously the first two, Zane Smith and Ben Rhodes. No question for there. Zane Smith obviously out the Truck Series champion from last year, and Ben Rhodes, he has been very, very consistent throughout his Truck Series season. So I definitely Ben Rhodes. I also have Ty Majeski in certain. Now you could also make a factor of Majeski also being part of the likely category, but I think he showed some great promise last year in the Truck Series, and I think I generally think he's going to win multiple times during the regular season. So I'm pretty excited to see how he goes. Obviously he's now going to be in a Ford, so I do have some pretty high hopes for Ty Majeski. So that's for certain. Zane Smith, obviously, because Truck Series champion. Ben Rhodes, very, very consistent, including Ty Majeski. Both of them have been very, very consistent throughout the season. Heck, Majeski even made it to the Final Four in his first full-time Truck Series effort with ThorSport Racing. So I have a lot of high hopes for Ty Majeski, and I think he's going to continue going up that trajectory. So I move over to likely, and I have a total of 4 drivers under this likely category. I have Stuart Friesen from Hallamar Friesen Racing, Grant Enfinger from GMS Racing, Carson Hocevar from Nice Motorsports, and Matt Crafton from ThorSport Racing. All of them they kind of all have just had just meh seasons like last year. Like Crafton especially just had just a meh season. It was just, I won't be surprised if Crafton even retires at the end of this season, I'll be honest. Would not be surprised about that. But I guess we'll go obviously from how I did it. So Stuart Friesen first. Obviously he got that win. It was in Texas, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it was in Texas where he won. Where he won and locked himself into the playoffs. And I don't think it was a pretty forgettable season last year, I'll be honest, for Friesen, but I still think he did a very, very good job last year. Grant Enfinger, also very, very forgetful. Obviously, he got that win in Milwaukee Mile, I'm pretty sure. That's all. I mean, Friesen and Enfinger, they both of them had very, very similar seasons where they were just meh and just meh. That's really all. Carson Hocevar, still looking for that first win. Hocevar is. I do think he actually has a pretty good chance maybe this season, but the Truck Series, they've been looking. The competition has been pretty vast. It's pretty big. The talent in Truck Series has definitely improved from last year, in my opinion. We have some great rookies coming in as well, some great teams as well. So it probably might be difficult for us to get in, but I think Carson will get in. And the final one, Matt Crafton, he's kind of at the tail end of his career, I'll be honest, in the Truck Series. So I won't be surprised if he does retire at the end of this season, but we'll have to wait and see for that. And now finally, my 3 possible drivers to make it into the playoffs. The first one, also I'll go with them one by one. The first one, I have Christian Eckes from McAnally Hillman Racing. I think he was. I think everyone from ThorSport was very, very consistent. Other than Matt Crafton, who was like probably the worst one. Christian Eckes, he was like, he was just chilling around like the 7th to 8th region in the playoffs last year, and I mean, even like last year's driver, Derek Krause, he almost made it. He was very close to making it to the playoffs. He was basically the top seed of the non-playoff drivers in the standings in 11th place. So I think he has a very, very good shot. I think Mechanically Hilgeman Racing will also take a massive step forward as well on their development in the Truck Series. And I think the Christian Eckes will give the teams their first playoff berth. Very, very bold prediction, I know. But I think Christian Eckes is a fantastic choice for the team, and I think he's going to do an amazing job. The second one is, I'm pretty sure, the driver who came 12th, I'm pretty sure 12th or 14th in the standings last year. That being Matt DiBenedetto for Rackley War. I think I could definitely see him improving from last year. Last year was, I mean, it was good. I mean, he also got his first win at Talladega. But I think he's going to get, well, I should say I think he's going to make a massive jump forward in the Truck Series this season. I think Rackley War has also improved as well from last year. So I hope that he can obviously lock himself into the playoffs, either via points or by a win. But that's also a pretty bold prediction. And maybe my biggest bold prediction for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series Playoffs is Hailie Deegan. I think Deegan has, okay, this is her best chance to get into the playoffs in the Truck Series. DGR Crossley, or now called Tricon Garage, has been a pretty mid-pack team. I think now they're gonna make a pretty big jump forward now with the help from Toyota. But I think ThorSport is going to be really helpful to her, and I generally think that it's going to be her perfect opportunity to finally make it to the playoffs. If she doesn't, that'll be a massive disappointment for her season, because obviously ThorSport expects to be in the playoffs. If she doesn't make it to the playoffs, that's a massive disappointment for her season overall. That's like, even if she wins the race, that's basically expected for ThorSport. But if she doesn't win a race, or she doesn't even make it to the playoffs, that's already a horrible season for ThorSport standards. And the only reason why she basically she's in the truck, or I should say she's in the team, is because Ford. You know, I mean, I think ThorSport would not be the top 4 team, or maybe Front Row might be the best 4 team. I'm not too sure, but it's mainly for the manufacturer support, obviously. So that's the only reason why Hailie Deegan's in this, and she better make it to the playoffs to actually prove to everyone that she is not a bust. And I don't think she will ever be a bust. I think she was just way overhyped. But even though she did actually pretty well in the ARCA series last year, it was a very forgettable season for Deegan. I'll be honest. There was just a bunch of mechanical issues. I mean, also like some crashes from her part as well. And she's obviously pretty sure she finished 21st place in the standings, which is obviously not great. But I think she's ever going to have a massive improvement from last year. Obviously, Tricon Garage, well, DGR Crossley, now called Tricon Garage, is worse than ThorSport. I think ThorSport is obviously better than Tricon Garage. But I'd be very surprised if Deegan doesn't even make it to the playoffs. I think if she wins, I think I'll be fine. But if she doesn't make it to the playoffs at least, or even make it to the top 15, that's already a disappointment season in ThorSport standards. I guess I'll list some other drivers which I could have considered making it into the playoffs. I could have. Obviously, I just want to say this was recorded on the 1st of the 20th of January. I don't know why I said it first, whatever. But other drivers I could probably consider making it to playoffs. I could maybe even. I was actually considering Roger Caruth to make it to the playoffs, but I looked at his results and it was a bit iffy. But I think Roger Caruth has a pretty good chance of making it to the playoffs. You can maybe I don't know, you can maybe say Corey Heim for Tricon Garage. You could definitely say him to make it to the playoffs. Tyler Ankren for Hattori Racing Enterprises. You can maybe even say Daniel Dye, also from GMS Racing. Or if you really, really want to go left field, you can even say Chase Purdy. Obviously, no hard feelings to Chase Purdy, but he is a bit of an interesting driver, we'll say. And I don't know how well he's going to go for Kyle Busch Motorsports, but we shall see about that. But yeah, that's really about it for today's video. Obviously, after the season is finished, I will have a look at this video, and I'm going to see how wrong I am. So that's really about it for me. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Catch you guys on next time in the next one. Goodbye.